back to another episode of the Our Life
Style
podcast. Your host, Key and Sky. We are, I've been forgetting the term. What's this called? It's not the compound.
I think we call it the homestead.
It's the homestead. We're on the homestead again. As you see, we're just down.
You've been calling it the compound.
I have been calling it the compound. I've been telling everybody that we're coming out to the compound. So we're on the homestead.
It could be a compound.
Yeah.
I think that's why I was calling it that. But we're on the homestead. We are back. This is our first repeat guest.
Yeah. Welcome back.
Yes. We are back out here to finish our conversation with Sarah and Lovey to talk about the book, everything else, what's been going on with their lives ever since it was probably about almost close to a year ago. Thank you for having us again, guys. We appreciate
Thanks for coming. We love having you guys over.
Yeah. Come on, baby, kick it off.
Well, let's start off with what's in your cup. So we always not obviously, but we do our what's in your cup. So what are you drinking on, Sarah?
I am in my fancy new gold. Aldi's best, finest Christmas find.
Aldi?
Yeah,
Aldi has the best shit.
They do. So this was an Aldi's find, a gift from a friend of mine down the road. And I am slumming it a little bit with Kettle One.
Ooh.
I normally do Goose, but I do love Kettle too. But it is Kettle and blue cheese olives.
Yum. That's a stiff one over there.
It is.
Straight kettle? It's gonna be
There's a teaspoon of olive juice in there.
Oh, did you? Okay. There's a little bit of there.
Lovey, what are you drinking over there?
I have tequila mixed in with some cherry juice.
Okay, they are on one tonight. And I switched it up. I am drinking a little bit of whiskey.
Yeah, that's kind of weird for you.
With some Sprite. But I'm just sipping. I'm not really.
It's not just some whiskey. What do we have?
We're actually drinking Glenfiddich.
Glenfiddich, yeah.
So yeah, and you're doing the same. And then we are snacking. Our snacks are all over off to the side, but we're actually doing it healthy again. We're doing a little hummus. Sarah whipped us up some homemade hummus and spinach dip with some veggies,
celery, cucumbers,
Peppers, cucumbers.
Yeah. So we're doing that, and heat on your feet. We're on the homestead.
We're on the
homestead, so we got shit on our feet.
We got clothes on right now, so.
Yeah. So that is that.
My toes are out.
But moving on to our current events, we have nothing going on except for I just had my boobs done, as we talked about in the last episode. We were awaiting that surgery, so I'm about 5 days post-op, recovering pretty well. Just a little bit not painful, just uncomfortable. But nothing that I wasn't prepared for. Actually a little bit smoother than what I thought it was gonna be. So everything's going smoothly. I already had one post-op appointment. Everything was good. I have another one coming up in a couple of days. So we will be making a reveal soon. But that's that.
Was that your first cosmetic surgery?
Yes, it was.
Wow.
So I wasn't even nervous going into it. I think I was just more anxious.
Yeah.
To get
I was more nervous
to have it done. Yeah. And then now I'm just more anxious to get it healed. Because I just want to go about my daily life. I want to get in the gym and I just want to see it done in regular clothes.
The results.
Yeah, the results. I want to see it I want to put on my cute little tank top and go to the gym and
What time frame did they give you?
For working out.
To when you're gonna start seeing results.
She said complete 3 months.
It's not terrible.
Yeah. She said working out. She said give myself 4 to 6 weeks and then see how I feel. But she said I should be fine then. And I feel that's a pretty good time.
That's quick.
Yeah.
My BBL was 6 months to a year before you see final results.
BBLs were brutal. Oh.
That shit was a mind fuck.
Yeah.
But anyway, they said 6 months is when you can start seeing them. After a year is when you can really start seeing results.
Final.
It's 3 months. Okay. And I had a lot of boob surgeries.
I was gonna say, didn't you have your boobs?
I had 3.
Well?
I had 3 different ones.
3.
Yeah.
Can I ask?
Oh yeah. So I had the first one I had when Lovey and I first started dating after I got
Mhm.
divorced. I had a lift and I'd lost a lot of weight, so I filled in what fell out.
Okay.
And then
With an implant or
yes,
with
with an
like
implant.
okay, because you can do like with fat too, right? Like
I feel like back in the day
you couldn't.
that wasn't a thing.
It's like new now.
It might have been,
Yeah.
but like that wasn't really an option.
Yeah.
And then my second one, I don't know which one, sorry, I hit the mic, started like burst and was leaking, so like you could
Shit.
feel a difference. So they had to go back in. It was just saline, so it was
I
fine.
got
like,
I
no
got too
danger.
aggressive with it.
Oh my God.
Is that what happened?
No.
Oh.
I mean, yes.
I like saying that for the laughs.
Oh wait, what? So what? It just.
It just yeah. So I had a trial pair, and they were fine. It was saline, so like nothing big. But they did another lift, a new set, and I went a little bit smaller, like a.
Okay.
And then the third time, I was like, I look huge. I can't work out. Like it's not working out. I just want high, tight porn boobs. And I went to 3 different doctors, and they were like, nope.
Really?
You have a large breast cavity.
So you needed
So,
a
like-
bigger.
Like a lot of women have like here. Mine starts here, and they've sewn up the pocket the second time. And that shit still went. So like, my boob goes here to here. I'm a fucking watermelon. I don't have a cute little cantaloupe. So 3 doctors were like, no, you can't do it. And finally I was like, you know what? Fine. And I say me, but really Lovey was like, I think it's best just to take them out. So I did.
So
no
you-
lift.
You have nothing.
Nope. This is completely natural now.
Oh, those are big
Yeah.
naturals.
That. Yeah.
Those are
And the
big
best
I'm
they've
not gonna
ever
say you don't
looked.
naturals.
need-
Those are big
but-
naturals.
Yeah, the best in the 15 years we've known each other. They're the best they've
They
ever.
Yeah.
have, they have a teardrop,
Yeah.
which, anyway, but yes. So I've had a lot of
So
plastic
you know
surgery.
all about the recovery and all that. And
Yeah.
I just want
Okay.
to grab them.
Yeah. He's always like, can I
I
touch?
just want to grab them.
Me too.
And I'm not even really a boob guy.
No, he's
But-
not.
Oh no.
No.
Listen, hold on. I'm going to preface that. I'm never turning down boobs. There's never a situation where I'm going to turn down boobs.
That's
Just
fair.
because we're ass men doesn't mean we're not going to enjoy the boobs.
Yes, I do. Every single time I'm going to say yes. But that's second on my list. I'm going for the ass first.
Oh.
But now I'm like,
Yeah.
let me see them.
Well,
I've been-
no
I've
one's
been
gonna
prepping
beat
my-
those.
I've literally been prepping.
I mean, they're
myself, like,
perfect.
How do I become a boob guy? Like, what?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
So
Like,
you've never like really been like,
I've been like every other man when it comes to seeing tits.
yeah,
Every other
like
man.
oh,
You know
those
what
are
I'm saying?
nice. Like
But you know how I am about ass, right? How every time you
Yeah,
walk
you're
past, right? You know, every time you walk by, a hand is on. Like, I sleep with my hand
yeah.
on breast, just like
Yeah.
like cupping it. So I've got to like change that. Now. I mean, it's there. We got to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you paid for these.
Yeah.
You gotta
Worth
take
every
advantage.
penny.
Huh?
Worth every penny.
Let's hope so.
They look fantastic so far from like what I've seen. Like,
Yeah. I can't wait.
yes. Oh yay! Big
Well,
reveal.
so that's that. That's all that's
Yeah.
really happened
If
since.
this ain't about us, this is about you. We are here.
Yeah.
We want to talk about you. We finished the book. Excellent.
Yes.
Oh,
Excellent
yay.
read.
So I kind of forget like where we left off the conversation,
Yeah.
but we did finish the book. So let's get into it. Go ahead and kick it off.
So I don't want to give all the information
Yeah.
away and stuff because we still want people just to read.
But it got juicy.
It
got juicy.
definitely got juicy. So for us, I was like, I'm just gonna say it. I was like, fuck Lovey,
That's fair.
fuck Lovey.
That's fair.
We were like, that's my guy.
Yeah.
That's my fucking guy. I was like, fuck Lovey. He did. So how did you get over your submissive ways? So for those of you who haven't read it, right? These two are a couple. They are swingers. They are polyamorous as well. Sarah here has been in the time of the book when it was around 7 to 8 year relationship with Lovey, and they've had multiple people who tried to come in, but at the point that you guys last saw in the last pod, someone new came in. Pandora came in. Speaking, I need to see a picture of her or something before we leave here.
But she wasn't new.
No, she was not.
But she was new to us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll yeah.
Okay.
So she came into the situation, and there was some back and forth between Lovey trying to figure out who was he going to be with, to appease Pandora, because what it came off to me was Pandora didn't want the polyamorous relationship
That she said she wanted.
that she did, and was putting Lovey in some situations, some really bad situations where he was leaving Sarah, coming back to Sarah, leaving Sarah, coming back to Sarah. Sarah is a submissive. I didn't know that. Did not know what was at the time was a submissive.
Consider yourself a submissive?
Your actions were that were of someone very submissive. 100%.
Oh, yes, you are right. Hindsight, yes. And I think I probably knew, like, to get what the end goal that I wanted, and not like to get what I wanted, like, not like that, but like to get the family that I was looking for, that I wanted with Lovey and with Pandora. I knew that I needed to be a little more backseat, and I was okay with that because I saw the end game. But I also said, I'm going to be more primary role later on.
Yeah.
Like that was the goal.
Mm-hmm.
I also have to relate it back to I was new in a corporate role. So I was still coming up in my life, just kind of in general. So I think being submissive was just kind of a time point that goes with that time frame, like to get what you want, and you're
and the relationship that you were in too as well, right?
Yes.
It definitely seemed like, especially based off of the names that were given.
I'm going to slide this over
Mm-hmm.
so you can see.
Explain the names that each of you guys had.
Currently?
Then, so.
Okay. So, sorry, I keep touching the mic.
Okay.
Sorry. The names that were given, they went by Mama and Papa, and then she named me Little One. And even now, I don't find it derogatory.
Okay.
Like, I still find it endearing because my role was more of the fun, the party, I'd travel for work and I'd come back and like I'd stop at the Dollar Tree and I'd get like the fiesta stuff, and we'd have taco and tequila night, and we'd make picnics, and like I did all the fun things.
Mm-hmm.
So I never, and I don't think, and correct me if I'm wrong, Lovey, I don't think I've ever been like, oh, that was such a derogatory term.
Yeah.
It came from a place of
You
love.
said that in the book as well. That you felt as though it came.
Oh, good.
Yeah, you did say that.
I backed that up.
You definitely did. So now, years later, you still are confident and have that feeling that that's what it was, and there was no.
I think I do. I think it still came from a place of love because it happened so early on, and it fit the dynamic that I don't think it was a.
And I think that's.
I can see where it would look.
No, I don't think it was, especially because it's like I'm not a little guy, and Pandora wasn't a little. She was like 5'9", had a little extra weight on her. So, and Sarah's so tiny, so the little one kind of fit because three of us together, she looked very tiny.
Yeah.
At 5'4".
That's a good perspective.
But that is a prime example of staying in your house.
Mm-hmm.
Because if someone were outside,
They would think it was
were to
something.
hear
Yeah.
that, they were like, "Well, that's a bad name. They're using a bad name."
But to them,
towards
it wasn't.
So
Yeah.
whatever works for you guys works for you guys. So I was glad to see that. But yeah, I was like, she is hella submissive. So this going back and forth, right? How did you get the strength? I know that you hung out with your friend.
I don't think I was prepared for these questions.
You came into your own big time. That submissive lady
Yeah.
kind of left. It took a very, very strong person to be in the picture, out of the picture, in the picture, out of the picture, in the picture, and still have the love for somebody.
Because the dynamic changed.
Yeah, the dynamic changed, right? Like
Because it wasn't that
Yeah.
anymore. It changed
Yeah.
from that to more of a kind of you not wanting to kind of her not wanting you to be around, right?
Oh, it was 100%. Like I had zero say. I was out.
Right.
Like.
So do you know where that change came from?
On her end,
Yeah.
or was she always?
Because I know you talk about jealousy.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Like I was not prepared for deep questions, but it's fine. I love it. I think where it ultimately came in And I'm going to speak for her, but I can't.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't know for sure. So
Right.
this is all my perspective on
Right.
her thought process and conversations I've had with Lovey, and I'm looking over him. I think what happened was she had an idea in her head of what it was going to look like in this poly relationship. And she really thought that it could be her and him, her and me, and nothing between me and him. And I think that as she moved through our relationship and saw, like, there's still going to be something between me and him. Even at that point, me and him weren't the primaries, right? Like, her and him were.
Right.
Pandora and Lovey were. And I was there and I was part of it, but like they were the primaries and the target points. So I think as she kind of saw that what she wanted wasn't going to be a thing, I feel like she targeted me as the threat. And to be fair, she didn't know what I would do. I'm the wild card.
Yeah.
And to keep him, she needed to put me out of the picture.
So hold on. You brought this up in the book. So obviously you guys know our dynamic, and we can speak on our dynamic very easily.
Right.
So this is another reason why we really wanted to talk to you guys again, because there are people out there who want to become polyamorous, right? Who want the insight on who want what to look out for and how you should move and groove. And you had a term that I had never heard before. It was the V.
Yeah.
So was what you just explained the V, meaning like, him and him and her, or
Yeah, it's
point it out. Let us see.
Yeah.
No, I feel like Sky's got it.
it's him and it's him and her. No,
So she's the point.
and then she can go this way.
Yeah. Because
But
were
you
saying
guys
it was
can't
him
go-
and both of them.
Right, that's you and him, and this is her. She can go either way, but you guys can't
you
cross
can't.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, your menu is your menu.
But
And
yeah,
that's what we say. Was that your menu?
initially, because I felt like it wasn't.
I can't lie. And I feel like Livy wants to pipe in here. So I'm gonna let you.
So Pandora, she always prescribed to, like, what most are taught. You have the husband, the wife, the 2.5 kids, the white picket fence kind of thing. So that was always her image. So her getting into this poly relationship with us was her first experience. So the only thing she ever knew about it is what she had seen from me and what I had told her and my perspective on it, because there's so many variations of it.
Yeah.
So when she approached me and said that she wanted a poly, she wanted a husband and a wife, and the type of poly relationship she was looking for, that fit what I was looking for. But then, as our relationship progressed, she decided the poly was not what she wanted, but she did not care to tell anybody else that.
So she made that decision within herself.
Yeah.
That she was gonna switch it up.
Yes.
I have to be transparent, and I want you to agree or disagree. We had side conversations that she didn't know about. And we had said our end goal is not to be V'd. We want to be a full triangle. And we're going to give her time to understand that, like, I'm not here just for him, that I have feelings for her. And then at one point in our relationship, had she said, let's you and me let's just us be together, I might have said yes. Like, there was a point in our relationship where I loved her that much that it was almost, and things with me and Lovey were kind of tense. Just anyway, I don't know how to explain it, but she never really believed that. So to answer the question, there were side conversations.
Yeah.
So it wasn't 100% truthful on my part. Full disclosure. We were hoping to get to there.
So, what would you say to somebody in that, going through that, starting off thinking they were gonna be a V, but then somebody in that V turns it into I'm sorry, someone in that triangle turns it into a V. Like, do you? Because people do change, right? Like,
100%. You have to be honest.
yeah.
And I think that's where all three of us went wrong. And I think that was the downfall for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
I did lots of things I'm not proud of.
Yeah.
But I think that if you're going to be in this kind of like this type of like swinger, lifestyle, poly, you have to be honest. And you can say things nicely, but you gotta say the shit you're thinking. Like,
It's got to be real.
Yeah.
it has to be like,
You
hey,
have to say it.
I appreciate that you're here, but I want to be here. And it's really hard conversation. And it's so easy to be like, oh, you just have to have open communication.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you can't always do that, but you have to try.
Yeah.
And that's the advice I would give, is that you have to just say what you think and know that it will be 1,000 times better now and how awkward it is in those conversations than it'll be 2 years down the road when you're splitting up assets.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
100%. And so for you guys had a house together. All three of you guys.
No, they
a house
had
together.
land.
House, land, and everything. So you are.
Lovey,
guys,
can you make me a martini, please?
On that note.
You guys were literally.
Oh, you can leave that one.
The prime example
Yeah, thank you.
of how important communication is.
Yes.
Because
that's big.
Because when you guys are all in, you don't expect things to go wrong, right?
You don't.
You do things through love. Hey, I love this person.
Nobody gets married expecting to get divorced.
Right.
Yeah. So for you guys to have the land, have the house, and have trusting in one person to have it, and you were to balls for you to do that, and then keep your end of the stick as well at the end when everything fizzled out. I definitely applaud you for that, because it's easier said than done. It's really, really easy to say that, yeah, we're going to do this no matter what. If we break up, I'll give you guys the house back, and for you to actually do that was pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah.
But it brings out the hard conversations.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, brings out a better person. And it also helps you guys' relationship.
Well said. The hard conversations bring out a better person, and it brings out a better relationship.
100%. So it's now been 15 years for you guys now, right? So it's crazy to think that was it ended like 7 years ago.
So we bought the house in 12, split in the official split, I think, was like in end of 15, beginning of 16. So that's this period when Lovey and I weren't communicating. So yeah, there was a lot of years in there. And then since then, so we got married in 17. So it's been almost 8 years. Yeah, almost 8 years married, which has been a completely different story.
It's so far, but it's not.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, how long have y'all been married?
We're going to be married 2 years, but we've been together 11 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And it doesn't
seem like it.
seem like that.
Well, I asked that question because, like, I know y'all got married, and I was like, oh, I'm going to crash your wedding. But it seems like...
Yeah, we had met you right before we got married.
Yes, right before.
Yeah.
So it seems like, oh, that was so long ago. But also, it really wasn't.
Yeah.
I feel like we've known you guys forever.
I know.
It feels like we've been together
Yeah.
so long. Like time is just freaking flying.
Yeah.
It's really flying. So somebody who's watching this who wants to get into a poly relationship, how does it start? What are they looking out for? So give me your point of view as either, if we haven't thought about this. It's two women, but what if it's one woman, it's two men? So from your point of view, how are they starting this out?
There are a bajillion different ways that this can happen, right? And like, even in the book, I talk about how there's so many different dynamics of poly and of lifestyle. And as you say, which I love.
Look at just two martinis.
The menu, like it can change, it can evolve. You get to make up, and that's my favorite thing about lifestyle. You can make up whatever shit you want, and you can do whatever you want. So the first thing is you've got to talk to your partner about what you really want. And like for us, we talked on the last podcast that like we're not individual relationship people, right? It's just not our jam. I can't handle it. can't.
And I
FOMO's
have
too
no
strong.
time for that.
And then I know on the last pod that y'all did, you kind of talked about some different ideas and dynamics that you were exploring. And it doesn't mean that it has to stick. It could be something you try, you love it, you hate it, you adjust it. So you have to find what works for you, but be open. Okay, see? Bum, bum, bum. Be open to like,
Open up.
I know, dad jokes here all night. Be open to just try different things and just say, I can say to my partner, I loved this and didn't think I was going to.
Right.
Or like, I thought I was okay.
But I'm not.
I was not.
Yeah.
Like the
Like-
party that we met you guys at. What you had never done before.
Choo choo.
Right?
Oh,
It was cool for us to.
but now I
find
have
out.
to ask you, what party were you talking about in your last pod that we weren't invited to? It was the Christmas one. I was so fascinated.
We didn't know
Oh,
you
that
guys
was
yet. We
before.
didn't know you guys
That
yet.
was.
Okay, so it was before.
It was the Christmas before that one.
Okay, okay, I said that like we weren't invited, but I didn't actually mean that. I loved that story
Crazy.
so much.
Show you the video.
And okay,
Show you the video.
I'm here for that. I also love the way that you talked about like seeing Sky. Like that was such a, it may not have seemed a romantic, intimate description, but it really was.
Yeah.
Like the way he described seeing you and the angles, and you're just like, that man paid attention. It's amazing.
It's my favorite scene ever.
Ever.
Out of the 11 years of us doing this, that is
Yeah.
hands down my favorite scene.
Yeah.
I cut it out of our video
Just to watch that
to
clip.
just watch the 2 minutes of that.
Oh, that's amazing.
I went, yep.
Now, you've seen it?
I
You
don't,
don't even know
think
what you're
I
talking
have,
about.
no.
There's no
Oh,
clip.
really? You've never seen it?
I never watch any of our videos.
Oh, you don't?
None of them.
No Dana Lives, no.
I'd be like, oh, just,
Sometimes I'll run through the podcast real quick to like try to like see if he missed anything, but I don't really watch anything.
Why?
I don't know.
Just doesn't
It's not
feel
my thing.
necessary?
No.
Okay.
And it's mainly her.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
No. I'm saying it's mainly her on camera.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
gotcha.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
it's,
probably why.
yeah. You know, I don't need
It's
to see
weird
myself,
seeing and hearing
you know,
yourself.
I don't need to see myself. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you know,
And then I'm like,
I've seen every single one.
Oh, yeah.
I know them by, you can show me 2 seconds of it, I can tell you exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Exactly. Screenshot, the thumbnail and all. I'm good.
anyway.
Sorry, I digress here.
So, about communication, do you think that there's like a certain time like that couples should check in, or is it just when you're feeling some type of way, or like I don't think that we have like a schedule like let's check in every 3 months, let's see if this is what we're doing. But I mean, some might think that's a thing.
So I've heard that some do because
Yeah, they have, like-
some have had rough times,
Mhm.
right? So they know that we have to set aside this time.
Yeah. Okay.
Every month to check in
okay.
to make sure that
Interesting.
we are okay. We're still on the same.
Yeah, same
Same
page.
page. I'm giving
Or
you
some-
what I said that I was
yeah.
going to give you. You're giving me what you said you were.
Or some probably don't feel like comfortable, like, hey, let's talk. Like,
Yeah.
they're waiting for that check-in moment.
Yeah.
So it's
Like we
okay to
have
have
our
it.
DHR meetings.
Yeah.
We have it scheduled every Sunday.
But that's because we sit and talk about.
But we haven't really had to have them because it hasn't been anything really going on that we've had to talk about.
Yeah.
So people probably do have something scheduled,
Yeah.
but haven't done anything and or don't feel a certain way.
Yeah.
Like, no. Tonight, baby, we do have to have that talk.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't like how this went across.
Yeah.
The scariest words you could ever say to me is, we need to talk.
I hate it.
Oh yeah.
I hate.
He'll do that. He'll do that shit to me. He's like, baby, we need to talk. And all of a sudden I'm just like,
No. Yeah.
oh God. And he'll wait like 9, 8, 7, 6. He's like, I'm just kidding. Fuck.
No. Yeah.
Oh
I
my
hate
God,
it.
it's the worst.
I'm like,
It's
just
the
tell me.
worst.
It's my way of flirting with her.
Find a new way.
So it's rough. Like things
Yeah.
like that are rough for me just because I lived a life of deceit for years.
Yeah.
Right. So me having to live those 2 lives, if ever I heard, hey, you just look at me different, I'm like, oh shit, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like looking over my shoulder for years. So that's why she knows it's triggered. Do not
Yeah.
say these sorts of things to me at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So you don't think it's flirting?
For you guys, if
It's
friendly
not.
squirt-
It's not. It's not.
It's not.
It's a one-sided flirt.
You know, it's like when like little kids, like how the little kid who throws like the wadded paper at the girl, like teasing her, but he really likes
Like
her. That's
mean
why he does it.
flirting.
You know, it's kind of like that.
It's the worst. No, I agree though. I think that we don't have normal not normal, regularly scheduled conversations.
Right.
Full disclosure, like we recently in probably the last 2 years haven't been super active in the lifestyle.
Yeah.
You guys go on cruises
Like we're
other
90.
week. okay?
Literally.
And these aren't just regular cruises. So how the hell aren't y'all active?
So a lot of the cruises we take are vanilla cruises. And we will put out we're on SDC, Peach Palm, and
Is people life?
I think it's Peach Palm. I think our Instagram is
Peach
Palm
Palm,
Life.
whether it's SDC or SLS, Peach
I
Palm.
don't know. Full disclosure, if you reach out to us online, it's not me, it's him. I have no idea. But we do a lot of vanilla, but we'll put it out there like the speed dating. And we've met a couple couples that are like super cool. But we're kind of at a point in our life where we're not looking for quantity, right? Like we're looking for quality. And there is nothing wrong with quantity. You want to get fucked every night by somebody new? Do you, boo?
Yeah.
Do it.
Do it.
That's just kind of not where we're at right now. We
Same.
have probably 2 or 3 people, or we have about 2 couples and a unicorn that we hang out with, and that's kind of it.
Yeah.
We haven't been to the club in 2 years?
No. But there's no need because we're more poly than swinger. There's not a need to like. It's not like notches on a bedpost. You know, we're looking for beyond. So it's the playtime's great, but somebody that you can have friendship with, vacation with, play games with, all these things. So between our 2 couple friends and the unicorn, like everything that we would require in a poly relationship is filled within those 3
that makes sense.
people.
That makes sense.
That definitely makes sense. Yeah, we're not for the quantity either. And honestly, when people do reach out, when I see the quantity, it's an immediate turnoff.
Oh, really?
It's an immediate turnoff when someone's like, "Oh yeah, we're at this party. We're this. We're this. We're this. We're here. Oh, we're trying to get this new person. This new person." I do understand the life that we live in, so I'm by no means saying
No judgment,
don't go out there fucking. No,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that whatsoever.
but be safe.
Yeah, 100% be safe.
Wrap that shit up
Get tested
regularly.
all the time.
Put it in your wallet. I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
So that's just I'll check through pictures and like
Yeah.
like when somebody has and obviously we have a reason to have 2 gigabytes worth of photos on SDC, and I still don't have all of that put up. But when I see people's photos on SDC, party, it's immediately it's immediate red flag for me. That's not the people. There's nothing wrong with it, but those are the people.
It's just not our thing.
Like a party that we went to last week,
Yeah.
right? We went to a party. We were invited to a party, and
Yeah.
I don't bash anyone's party, right? Again, what we say.
It's their thing. It's what
their
they
thing.
like.
This one came off to us as just a big fuck fest,
Gotcha.
and there are people who love it. Especially
They were enjoying themselves.
That's what I said.
We-
Especially if you know everyone there. Hey, and these are people that you comfortably play with.
Yeah.
I got you. So that's what I said. I cannot judge because we didn't know anybody there, right? But the feeling that we got, we were like, oh shit, everybody is fucking everybody. I don't necessarily want to fuck everybody.
We were at a gangbang room on the Bliss Cruise. Awesome. We knew the couple who was the host couple. We have hung out with them multiple times. Great time. And as they've evolved through the lifestyle, like they've gotten more, so this is their jam. So we went because we saw them and we met a couple friends of theirs. And we ended up playing with one couple there who was the co-host couple. But that wasn't our jam. And like where we both ended up like was me and him together
Yeah.
in the room. Like there were other people in there, but like that's what ultimately was the final. Because again, if I don't know you, if I've not met you, I need to at least know your name, and we need to have a conversation. Like I'm not saying it's never happened, right? If you've been to Trap, if you've been to any sex club ever, Eyes Wide Shut in Tampa, Secrets, Caliente, any of the other ones that are out there, you've probably had a, one and done.
Oh yeah.
But that's not the norm.
Right.
Like, that's a one-time thing.
Right.
I want all you guys to hear this because you guys see us and hear us and may think that we're just being a certain way. But life as swingers.
It's not just fucking.
It's fucking. It's not. It's
and this party
not.
was like, it was like, she even made an announcement. Like, she gathered everybody in the room and was like, all right, it's time to take your clothes off and everybody's fucking. And I was like, all
She
right.
didn't say everyone is fucking everybody. She did not.
No, but it's time to fuck.
Yeah.
And I was like,
No, thank you.
I'm good. Let's go.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not.
I don't want to feel like I get we're at a lifestyle party. Yeah, that's what we're all there to do. But
but there are people there who would meet.
That we don't fuck at too. Like,
yeah.
we do go to parties and kind of just hang and vibe with people as well. Like, I don't know. It was just, it was weird. It was weird.
I'm right there with you because that was the first time we had been in that gang banging experience. I mean, there had been like 20 or 30 people. And
it was
just like,
crazy.
I mean, it was cool to be there and see it, but it I didn't have any desire to jump from like girl to girl to girl to girl because I haven't talked to you. I don't know your name. Like, yeah, you're pretty, but like, I want to like know a little bit more.
Yeah.
But then I think that's also because we're coming from that poly perspective more than the swinger perspective is probably why I have that thought.
But I mean, we're swingers.
Yeah.
Oh, I am. I'm all over the place.
Yeah, you're good. You still got some gap.
Okay.
I am absolutely bouncy. Sorry.
Oh no.
Just bounce away, babe.
Just want to make sure you still there. Yeah.
But we veered a little bit off from the
Sorry,
book.
we did.
No, but that's cool.
It's good
Yeah.
information.
I didn't want to give.
Want to ask questions and want to know about this lifestyle, and we don't want to just hear our point of view.
Yeah, because I feel like we talk a lot about.
It's always us, and we can be sometimes a little standoffish when it comes to things like that. So hearing you guys' point of view about this is what.
So I'm glad we got to do that.
The reason I wrote the book. Thanks for asking. The reason I wrote the book was because my goal is to normalize these type of relationships.
Yes.
Like, people every day do this. Blue collar, white collar, families, moms, dads, single, divorce. But like, there's no, every race, every religion, like everybody does it. There's a sect that does, no, okay, not everybody, but you know what I mean. And so the reason for writing it was to destigmatize the idea that you can still have a loving relationship with more than one person, but two, with your partner and still have fun.
Yeah. And live a normal life.
Yes, and you're still normal. Like, you can still raise your kids. You can still be a soccer mom. You can still be a baseball dad or a football dad, and you can still do all the things because everybody doesn't have to know your life. Mm-hmm. It is people like you guys that pioneer the way and put your life out there that make it easier for those that want to stay in the closet. And it's okay to be in the closet.
100% okay.
Oh, yeah.
But it's people like you guys that say, this is our experience. So because you don't have other people you can ask, we're here to help you. Mm-hmm. And taking a page from your book, that was kind of my idea. It was like, hey, nobody has to know you're reading it. Yeah. Like, it's a different idea. These are, Yeah.
We've known you for a few years now, and you've never said that. I appreciate it. That's super cool to know.
No, I mean, honestly, I really do feel that way.
I did not know that you guys felt that way.
I do 100%. Like, I won't speak for Levy, but I feel like he feels the same way.
I wasn't listening at the moment.
So many people who are in this lifestyle.
Yeah, I said they are pioneers for people who want to stay in the closet but have questions and who don't know where to go. And so they go online to try to find answers. And because of couples like you guys who are willing to put it all out there, they have answers and they have a better way to navigate the life that they want to live. But everybody doesn't have to know about it.
Yeah. The content you guys create is a great source of information for people.
Just because ours is out there, there are millions of people who are not like us. Mm-hmm. And it's not out there. No one knows, and they're living their best freaking lives. Best lives, going to parties, hanging out with their circle of friends and everything, and you would never freaking know. We're just a little different because ours is out there. But just
we
like
did it. We put it out. We weren't always out there.
We were not.
But we put it out there because people came to us for advice and things like that, and it's It made us feel good to share,
Yeah.
and we didn't care what people thought at a certain point. We reached that point where we didn't care.
And especially once we realized that we were then helping people, and then we were like,
Yeah,
oh,
that's
shit,
what really,
there are people who really do have questions.
and people that look like us,
And I started to Google and and I was like, I can't find anything. Like, listen, so when we got the advice to start a podcast, I was like, man, don't I care about this? No one's trying to see this. But when I looked it up and didn't see anything, wasn't seeing any podcasts, and then what I did see was super old people, which is nothing wrong.
Yeah, like the old sexperts, or like the 60-year-old, 70,
But it was no one in our age group.
No minorities.
Especially no minorities, because this is shit. They said it at the party, right? We gonna party like the white folks because that's what it is in our.
Had a white folks party. I mean, I'm super white, just for the record, but like,
as far as the lifestyle,
lifestyle is a white person.
You know what? I will retract, because you know what? You're right. When we're on the Bliss cruise, okay, hold on.
Depends where you are. Yeah.
The Bliss cruises are probably 40% white, 40% Spanish, 50% white, 30% Spanish, 20% black.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Like, that's it. Like, well, okay, I have to put in 5% of like other nationalities, and I'm so sorry for forgetting you, but like that's really like the percentages are pretty. Spanish and white are the predominant.
But then you go to a place like Trapeze in Atlanta, and you have dominantly black with a little mix of white and everything else. So it
That's
just depends on where you are.
It's definitely where you are, but I would say outside of Atlanta.
Yeah, like.
You're not
just like the trap in Fort Lauderdale, it's dominantly Hispanic.
I think that is just because it's Atlanta.
Well, and I think we also find the black swinger community because that's what Lovey loves. The fact that he married a white girl.
Yeah, I was for sure marrying a black girl. I was marrying a black girl or a Spanish girl.
Marry the wrong, like.
Marrying a white girl, I never saw that one coming.
Me.
And that's probably why we're such good friends. Like, it just, and it's fine. Like, it's no big deal, but I've also, this may not be appropriate to say, but I'm just going to say it.
It's appropriate.
I have loved that in the lifestyle, I can say things that are, I grew up very upper middle class, white, my parents are still married. My grandparents are still married.
Leave it to Beaver family.
Very Leave It to Beaver. Yeah. Like very, very white. I dance like a white girl. I shop like a white girl. I talk like a white girl. Like there's nothing about me that is really cultured. But I can ask questions. And we've met people who are more open.
Questions before, and you preface that like, listen, I don't want this to come off the wrong way at all.
Yeah. Because I want to know things. Yeah. And I feel like the lifestyle has allowed me to gain more knowledge because I'm such a nerd. I really am. Like, I am not in any way liberal, but I don't want to offend anybody for something that I ask. Like, I want to be respectful and I want to know things. But I also want people to understand, like, where I'm coming from, too. So I find that the common ground is super easy to come across in the lifestyle because people are more willing to talk about things that if you met a vanilla friend at a bar, you wouldn't be able to talk about. Not sex. Just in general. Yeah.
But that's what we always say, just even hanging out with swingers.
Yeah.
It's better.
It's different,
When you're hanging, and we say like-minded, hanging out with like-minded individuals.
Yeah, I love that.
Outside of sex. It's amazing to even just have these conversations because they're not so closed-minded on things. You can ask questions and they won't get offended. And it's your opportunity to learn a different culture. And you just learn anything in general. Shit. I mean, talking to those people. So I like to, if ever I've been telling them, like, yo, we're really hitting it off with this person. I wonder if they're a swinger. Like, like we didn't come into the conversation to get anything out of it, but just how we're vibing together, I'm like, they fuck other people. 100%. 100%.
He does.
Okay. We were on a cruise, a vanilla cruise, and we're in the casino, and there's this one couple.
No, it was the club.
Well, we saw them at the casino first.
Oh, okay.
And then we saw them in the club. And they were like prowling. Tommy goes, they're swingers. But they were like creepy swingers. They were like prowling for people. And then we met them again a second time in the casino because I like to gamble. That's how we get so many free cruises. And we were talking to them and like, oh yeah, you know, we're swingers. Like, are you guys interested in playing? And we're like, no, thank you. But nailed it.
No, we ended up going because they were talking to us, and like I was saying to Sarah, was like, yeah, we nailed it. We just the way that they were scanning the crowd, you just knew they had the eye of the tiger. So we ended up going back to their room, smoking a J, and then like he bends her over and smacks her on the ass, kind of like going through the motions.
We went to the room.
Yeah.
We did nothing. We did nothing.
No.
Went back to their room.
Well, because they had a balcony.
Because they were like, hey, do you guys
interior.
want to smoke a joint? I was like, fuck yeah.
This
Like,
was
I'm all about
before
doing
we
that.
Were cool and always got balcony.
But he was like, they look like, nothing about bikers, but they tend to have a certain look.
Yeah.
He kind of looked like Dog
They were
the
wearing
Bounty
leather.
Hunter. Yeah, he looked like Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Sorry, is
and
this
then
too
the
much
wife
focus?
looked like the wife, but like a slimmer version. So
Barely.
They were, they were an older couple,
Sorry.
little bikers.
Oh, that was mean. I'm sorry.
That's a good question though that I have.
Okay.
Because another reason that I don't like going to larger events, people kind of know us if we go there.
Because you're famous.
No, we're not.
Yes, you are.
No, we're not. How do you turn people down?
So it is way easier said than done.
Yeah, I really feel bad.
So there's a couple, Mike and Lily, and they are advocates. They are ambassadors. They are ambassadors for the Bliss Cruise. So Mike and Lily gave this suggestion, and it is a genius one.
We need it.
So when you are not interested and you're not comfortable being like, no, thank you, you can say, babe, did you want some more red wine? And Sky's like, I don't fucking drink red wine. That's her key to say, yes, I'm interested, or no, I'm not. And then if she's like, yes, I want more red wine, you know to say, hey guys, it was great to meet you. We're going to go to the bar. So it's a key to, and we've used it once, maybe twice.
Because I'm the one who's left. Like she was
I'm so
I'll talk to
awkward.
my husband. She won't say shit.
I am. I don't like saying no.
And so now I'm like,
You make it a couple thing. Like, hey, did you want more red wine? Yeah, I'm ready for some red wine. So you go to the bar. And that was, again, a Mike and Lily.
Yeah, that was a great one because, neither one of us drink wine. So if one of us was to say to the other, hey, do you want more red wine?
Even if
like,
it says
we
white.
automatically know what that is in reference to.
No.
you want some water? Yes, I'll take some water. She ain't trying to play.
Yeah, so it's, and you can find your own thing. If you're like, hey, did you want more tequila?
Yes.
Or are you ready
You want
for a
another
tequila
shot?
drink?
That means let's get it on.
Yes. And so, like, you kind of have that set beforehand.
Yeah.
It's really hard to say no. Okay, so I don't know why I'm telling the story, but I'm going to do it.
Is this your
You know who
you are?
Yes.
You know who you are.
Okay.
Fast forward. You know who you are. This is a section where the lifestyle is very small. Our circle is small. You kind of know who you are, right? We need to know who did something that's crazy in this lifestyle without telling us who they are.
So
Hence
it's
the name. You know who you are.
It's not crazy, but I did come up with one. On the last Bliss Cruise, I was on my lady time for 12 fucking days. So the whole 7 days, that's a different story. But the whole 7 days, I'm in my lady bits. And we had met a couple on a vanilla cruise. They're lovely. Like, they're so nice, but we're not interested in playing. So they had asked us, do you guys want to have dinner? Which typically on a Bliss Cruise means it's kind of like, hey, let's have dinner and then see what, let's see what happens. And so we had dinner because, again, they're so nice. Mm-hmm. And she's super fun, but I'm not attracted to either one of them in that way. They're both lovely people.
Yeah.
They're both attractive people. I'm not sexually attracted to them.
Yeah.
And so we're in the bar at the casino and he's like, hey, you guys want to go back? And I was like, I'm on my lady time. Like, well, maybe we'll meet up at Trap. And I was like, wait, why did I say that? Like, the answer is no, like, I'm on my lady time. So I did use that. Granted, it was true.
Yeah.
But I have to say, I've probably used that another time. But that was my...
Yeah.
Could I have played and not been like fucking massacre? Probably. but I didn't want to.
Yeah.
So that was my excuse.
We've had the situation, but it wasn't an excuse. It actually.
It always is when
It
it's
actually
always
is, like,
real when we say
yeah,
it.
when
We've
we
never like
travel.
said it and it's not been real.
No, but that's a good idea for me to use.
I mean,
Because
yeah,
but like, what are you gonna do, right? Like, our
No.
husbands don't care,
No.
but I'm not going to do that.
with
Yeah,
somebody
yeah.
else.
Now, if it's somebody that I know and I'm comfortable with,
Yeah.
that might be like somebody that we've been hanging out with for a lot of years.
Yeah.
That might
Yeah.
be different. But
Yeah.
somebody new,
No, I'm talking about on the cruise, right?
No.
No, yeah.
No.
Eternity time.
But what if you said that to somebody and then you play with somebody?
I mean, that would get awkward.
That's what I was afraid.
But
of.
you
Like,
finished that day. You were all so fine.
Like, oh, I
They
thought
catch
it
you,
was over.
you know, it's a couple hours later in the next week.
And that. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Isn't
Sorry.
that Who we said?
I know that was me.
That's a very good point.
Well, that's funny. That reminds me of the first Christmas party of yours that we went to. There was a couple couples, as you know, we're mingling around before the party got started, and a couple couples came up and it's like, oh, hey, you guys interested? And it's like, oh no, she's just really interested in girls, and she's not really interested in any guys.
train.
And then later the evening, the train, it was like, well, damn, I look like a liar.
Well, but to be fair, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it was me and Sky in that situation.
Oh no, I'm totally okay with
But
it.
I'm
It was
saying,
just
like,
funny
I felt
because
like
the
I
way
was
they
with
approached
Sky.
me
Like,
and I
felt
said
like
the
I was
answer.
with you in that
Oh, yeah.
situation.
You were.
So, and they were, again, everybody was so respectful. We talked about this on the last pod. Go check it out. But everybody was very respectful. But I felt like you and I were kind of like in this together.
Yeah. So
Like,
you weren't like
that's
alone by
why-
yourself, like having a train around.
Yes.
Yeah.
We were besties after that.
were the main event.
Oh, you guys were 100% the main.
Who doesn't want chocolate and vanilla ass
guys
up,
were the
face
main
down?
event. I was
Yeah.
like-
Oreo baby.
That was the first time I had met you.
We gonna be good
She
friends.
put it in work right now.
Funny.
Okay, sorry.
right.
I know we got rid of course. Sorry.
Well, can we be expecting another book from you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I ended this book right around after we got married, shortly after, and then after he proposed, which he proposed. Okay, I'm not gonna count my fingers.
Where we are.
Like 8 or 9 months after we were married, he like got down, gave me my beautiful ring.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where it ended.
It wasn't the sapphire.
No,
It
it
was the
wasn't. It
diamond.
was the diamond. I fucking love my ring. Like I love it. But so much has happened because, spoiler alert, Pandora was still around for the
Ah.
first year and a half, 2 years of our marriage.
Okay.
We did not live together for the first year and a half.
Yes.
We actually did not move in together until my BBL. And that's why we moved in together.
It's because of that.
Yes.
And then-
So my job was like, you have to be in Atlanta. And finally I was like, fuck you. I cover the Southeast. I can be anywhere. And they were like, okay, because they're not going to lose me. But I knew that I needed to be in South Florida, and he took care of me. My appointment was down here. My doctor was down here. Dr. Mendieta. Awesome. Big plug. Love him. Not sponsored. What do you say?
You're not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
But highly recommended. Worth every penny.
He's amazing. But that's why I moved down. So finally it was like after a year and a half of not living together, I was in Atlanta and he was down here
Okay.
at the farm. So we did that. And then since then, everything has been just so different.
Okay.
And I feel like from where this book started and progressed and ended, our relationship has developed so much that it's worth talking about. And I feel like my growth as a human, to kind of go back to your submissive comment earlier, how I've come into my own and how I figured out what I want and how he's allowed me to, and I mean, that may sound misogynistic, but like in a good way.
Yeah.
Like he's allowed me to,
Not allowed, just not hindered you.
that's a better way of saying it. He hasn't hindered me in things I want to try.
You were speaking earlier, and you had a question for us.
I did.
how do you feel about faking when you're in a group setting and the vibe requires you to be more into it than you are?
Well, I don't think I really like fake. I think
She has bad old faces anyway.
who me?
You. She's not a good actor in general.
But like a real old face is bad.
No.
Oh,
A bad
but
fake
he
old
said
face.
she has
You're
bad old.
right, but
Okay,
I'm saying she has a bad fake old face.
Okay.
She has a bad fake. She can't
I
act
was like,
in general. She has RBF, like she suffers from that. Heavily.
okay, yeah,
So when she's not happy, you're just like,
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
she's just sitting there.
yeah. What about you?
Yeah. So if the vibe requires, I'm like, oh. And I'm like, okay, because I want you to.
Do it again.
Oh.
If you've gotten that,
That means
you now know. You now
it's fake.
You now know.
Because the real one,
How's the real one go?
I don't even know
Because it has to be in the moment.
It has to be in the
Yeah.
moment. So usually, I'm a 1000% back arch person. So when I legitimately finish, like I can come a couple times. When I there's like a legit back, like
Yeah.
the back's gonna go. If you don't see the back arch, no matter what the voice says,
That's it.
Don't give the secrets away. Now they don't know.
Why?
you're welcome.
We don't want them to know that she's faking on them. We want them to
But-
feel good. And
Does
get up and
does
go.
she care that they know?
She's faking. So.
If you're not that good, you need to know.
Yeah.
You need to know
You're
those
right.
secrets because I'm not gonna hurt your feelings in the moment.
You're right.
Because you're here, and I appreciate that you're putting yourself out there.
I
And
feel the same way. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
Yeah.
I am going to fake it.
Yeah.
It's been a couple times.
did not realize
Last
men could
party.
fake it.
Hot. Oh my God, I need some water. Babe, can you give me some water? I get it off, or I get the quick pull out, turn them off in my hand. Girl, man, I'm telling you, I've been all night. Ooh, I'm so glad.
I have questions.
What?
I do.
What? It's for real. Guys can fake it.
How do I know if you faked it or not?
That's the point. I don't want you to know. I don't want you to know that I faked it. I need you to think that I really did this, that you were really.
I feel like I'm gonna need to know.
I feel like I'm gonna need to know. Yeah, we can do all
And that's
the,
fair. I
we
mean,
can do all the shaking and all that
yeah,
stuff.
that's
too.
fair.
Yeah, you
That's
think
fair.
I'm just sitting there?
I guess.
Especially at a party, because listen, there are other people here.
No, that's
Like,
fair.
I'm not devoting 20 minutes to you at this party.
Yeah.
Right? I've got to end this now, and she may not climax either. I'm not saying I'm the end all. be all.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, she's just sitting there screaming the whole time. I'm like, okay, I'm done.
But do you think at parties that you have to come?
No, you don't have.
So
to.
why would? Yeah. So why would
You don't have to.
Why would
but
you fake coming at a
can
party?
See effort. You can see somebody trying to get you to that point, right?
So you want them to?
She's trying. She's trying to get me there. So
I would say there's a double standard.
Yeah.
I think the double standard is that women should at parties
Yeah.
and men shouldn't
Yeah.
because they're supposed to keep going strong.
Yeah.
But see, if
But,
she
like,
I
does-
don't
women
think
are
men should
supposed to.
come at
if
parties.
she does, it's over.
I
It's
think
time
they
to go
should
home.
too.
No, I don't think they should.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Why?
Why?
Because they have to keep fucking. Like, why would you want to come? Because once men come, typically they don't.
Not me.
No, you're the one.
Tell him, babe.
No.
Love you
Work.
the same way. Love you the same way. He'll come
Work.
and still be.
All I need is 7 minutes. I've timed it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
7
fun.
minutes.
Yeah, you have after you come, you have a short window where you can keep going like a soldier, and then
7
after
minutes.
that, nope, you're done.
I mean, have you ever timed it?
I don't time it, but I always, if I know like I want to go all
I mean,
night, I
he's
will
at
hold
7
back
minutes.
and hold back and hold back. Sometimes it backfires because I hold back so long to where at the end it's very difficult to come. But
Oh, yeah, I mean,
you know what? As long as all the women are satisfied, like if I satisfied you, and you, I don't give a fuck if I didn't come or
Yeah.
not.
I don't either. I will go home.
I will go home.
I will go home. She'll go to sleep. I'll take care of it.
I'm already on
Okay,
ecstasy.
can
I don't have
oh,
to
sorry,
work.
Yeah.
We're done.
No.
I have a question. Do you guys have a rule that you have to come with each other or have to play when you get home?
It's not a rule, but it happens every single time. It happens every single time.
Okay.
Because I typically don't come at parties.
Okay.
Unless, like, if she has, then I'm like, okay, I will. But I don't, because I know that she has to. So, and I don't want to be the reason why when we got home or something, I'm like, babe, you know, you know what I'm saying? So I do not, unless I know that she's good. Then I'm like, okay, cool. But if she's a one and done, if she's the guy in the situation, you come, it's over. Don't touch me. I'm up. The store's closed. Legs closed.
Yeah.
I can go home right now, honestly.
Yeah.
You know, like that's how she is. So, yeah, guys do fake. 100%. 100% guys.
Thanks
fake.
for letting us know.
Did not know.
I've never faked for you, babe.
I never faked it for you.
I don't have to. I don't have to fake for you.
I had no idea.
Thanks for letting me know.
I don't have to fake for you.
Like now I'm gonna be nervous.
Right? Listen, I die.
Just
You're
kidding.
like,
I physically die, and you know that. You laugh and
yeah.
go,
Yeah, I
No,
have to
I
work
got it.
on holding back.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So I never have to fake it.
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
What you got for us, babe?
Travel updates.
Yeah. So we've been active. We've been outside. This is what our third stop since you guys have talked. So what's next for us?
We are headed to New Orleans next week
And Alabama.
and in Mississippi, not Alabama.
Shit.
So we'll be there, New Orleans Friday night. Well, Friday day
They probably won't even see this.
into Friday night. Yep. So probably won't see this. And Mississippi the next day. We will be on Instagram with where we'll be. And that is all I have for travel updates.
Chicago. They can see that. Potentially Exotica in March.
Oh, I don't know when that is. I don't have that down.
Yeah, Exotica is in Chicago in March. We should be there for that. We should be hosting a little get together for that as well. Yeah, and for I don't think anything else right now. Potentially April in Houston, maybe, but yeah, that's it for us.
Anything for you, Sarah? Anything you wanna?
We're not leaving. We're going on cruises. Yay!
Cruises every other week, lifestyle cruises, bliss cruises, 6,000 people.
Okay, where can they find you? Where can they get your book?
So the book is available on Amazon. It's Journey to Paradise.
Links down low.
Yes. And thank you for buying. Thank you for watching. And you can find us on SDC at Peach Paul.
Shoot that shot. They're looking because we did this last time.
Yes.
And people reached out to me on behalf of them, and I put their information in there. Y'all reach out to them.
If you are a single female and you are interested in poly, whether for a relationship or just to get your feet wet, you reach out to us.
Or any questions or advice, they can always help you guys out. You guys can always
Oh
reach
yeah,
out
we
to
love
us.
sharing
Yeah.
information.
Yeah, we were willing to share information. We love talking to people, asking questions, answering questions, whatever.
We're Shizzle. Hey, and with that, that is another episode of Our Life
Style.
podcast. Key and Sky, we thank you guys for having us here. Ready to
Thank
continue our party, babe. It's been a good one. Love you, big sexy.
Love you.
Love the boobs. We need a boob name.
Oh yeah, he needs a boob name.
Yeah. She was
Twin
big, sexy,
Peaks.
chunky butt, so we got her. She's something else. So
Drop 'em down in the
gotta get her name out,
comments.
but thank you guys for tuning in. And with that, we'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
I feel like I'm getting